Hello everybody and welcome to Detective Grimoire. This is an old Flash game from 2007, as you can see at the top there. I have randomly remembered this game and kind of just thought it'd be good to go back to it for a one-off. We're just getting into October, so this is probably spooky enough. I mean, the real spooks will start as we get closer to Halloween, you know. Co Fairground late last night. I have not, played this since, it first came out a long time ago. Just, over 13 years. I think the creators of this made, they made, a new one, and it's on Steam or something. But this is just completely different. Really old. I randomly remembered it. Thought it'd just be fun. Might be a bit of a nostalgia trip for some of you. Oh, yeah, those old Flash effects. Takes me back from those old days when I've seen all the old Flash games, all the old Flash cartoons. They're all gonna be gone soon. Hugh Everton. Crime. Murder. At 10:28 last night, a body was found at the local fairground that operates just outside of town. The cleaner, when Jerry Spears, discovered the dead body of his former colleague inside the Hall of Mirrors. All the evidence points towards murder. The clown, Charles Ringer, who works at the very same fairground, is the main suspect. He seems to have some less than favorable links with the victim. I'll turn this down slightly. If this grim case remains unsolved, the fairground manager, Mr. Gary Coyles, has stated he will have to permanently shut down operations. Private Detective Grimoire has been called in to clear things up. We've got one evening to find the truth about what happened last night. If Grimoire can't solve this mystery, no one can. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but let's just get into it. Officer James, I'm not going to repeat myself again, Grimoire. You're listening this time, right? Something pretty nasty happened here last night. I'd say everyone in that fairground is a suspect, and you've only got this one evening to do your job. My thing? Don't tell me you're getting nervous now. The other guys tell me you're the best at this. You're not gonna let me down, are you? It's your job to talk to the suspects and explore the fairground for clues. You'll obviously need to take a look at the crime scene. But don't overlook any details, understand? Right. I think I understand. I have a bad feeling about this place. I can't shake it. Everyone is a suspect. It's your job to find out who has a credible alibi and who is lying to you. You should be able to work out who the murderer is by proving everyone else innocent. If you're confused about what to do, don't hesitate to ask me. Alternatively, the tutorial information is available from your notes page, where you can also save your game. What's with the mustache? Ahem. That's neither here nor there. Man, you just like to cough really loudly, more than me, don't you? Tell me about it. Thing is here, there, everywhere. I'm not gonna repeat myself again, Grimoire. You're listening this time. Something pretty... Okay, he's doing the same thing. Alright. I'm ready. Profiles. You will collect profile information about each of the suspects you meet, and also the victim. The suspects will begin with a suspect stamp. Once you find out enough information, the stamp will change to innocent. Obviously, one suspect will be innocent, so that person's stamp will not change. Once you have innocent stamps for all but one, speak to Officer James. Okay. Go to notes here. Tutorial, save game. Your game has been saved. Excellent. You can close the window. Okay, well, I'm gonna probably beat this one sitting here. Locations. For James, I should return here when I've proven all of them innocent, except for one. Clues. I've got none. There aren't any clues in the car park. Try a little harder than that. Alright then, well, where do we go? Ooh. There's someone here. Wait, what? Hi. What on earth? Where are your parents? This is the scene of a crime. I know. That's why I'm gonna help you out, detective. Why did you say it like that? I'm a real detective. In that case, where's your hat? If I had a nickel. Detectives don't wear hats anymore, plus it messes up my hair. Heh, I believe you. Anyway, hat or not, you're gonna need this. Map of the fairground. See you later. I have no idea who that was, but I'm pretty sure she's not the murderer. I sure hope not, anyway. Okay. Notes, entrance, nothing else here, I guess. Where I met the little girl, she gave me a map of the fairground. Okay. I guess this is like a fast travel system. That's pretty cool. I remember thinking just how, like, advanced this game looked back in 2007 for a Flash game. This place is pretty run down, but I can't see any clues just yet. This place is pretty run down, can't see any clues. Let's go in here then. There's someone here too. I better get this investigation underway. Hey, you over there. Who on earth are you? I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to solve the mystery of last night's murder. Right, I see it now, the trench coat and everything. Aren't you supposed to wear a hat too? That's beside the point. Hugh Everton was murdered last night, and you, Charles Ringer, you're a suspect. The main suspect, in fact. Turn this down slightly more for myself. Oh, because I'm a clown? Who made that wonderful leap of logic? Look, I know Hugh and I never got on, but I can tell you one thing. I'm not capable of murder or anything close. Look at me. Is this the face of a killer? I'm gonna have to get a little more information out of him, I think. Okay. Last night. If you're not the killer, what were you doing last night? I was here, of course. You know, being a clown and all that. I left quite late last night, actually. I had a few holdups in the evening, but I didn't see anything suspicious. What was the last thing you saw before you left? Let's see. On my way out, I walked past the Hall of Mirrors and noticed that the door was slightly open. I closed it and carried on through the fairground. The only strange thing about that whole episode was how quiet the Hall of Mirrors door was. It normally lets out a loud creak when you move it. I think that's part of the attraction, you know? The Hall of Mirrors? That's the crime scene. I wonder why the door didn't creak that evening, and why would it be open? The fairground. So you work as the clown at this fairground. How long you been here? A long time. Too long, in fact. I don't really like the way things are going around here. I have no idea why I haven't left for good. I was appalled when the boss hired Hugh Everton to look after the funhouse. Not only was he useless at his job, he was nearly completely deaf with old age. It's just not practical. Still, no one deserves, well, you know. Hugh was deaf with old age, and not very good at his job. This could be important information. Do you get on with the rest of the staff? That'd be a bit of an exaggeration, I'm afraid. I don't mind Mandy and her uncle, but that Ricky, I'm a top-notch entertainer. Warmer character is just too much. What does that mean? He doesn't even like kids. What a joke! Doesn't take any pride in his work. Looks like Charles finds it hard to get on with Ricky Warrer. Okay, that's his last name. He's the entertainer, I think. Also, who is Charles to talk about pride with that big hole in his costume? Maybe I should ask him about that. I didn't notice. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ripped clothing. If you don't mind me asking, why is there a big hole in your trousers? Surely you'd want to be a little neater than that, even if you are a clown. To be honest, I'd rather we didn't talk about that. The unfortunate condition of my frilly clown slacks. That's the first time anyone has ever said that, I bet. Still, there must be more to the story of his ripped clothing. Maybe I can find a clue that will get him to elaborate. Alright. That background looks really nice. Alright, let's see here. The funhouse is falling apart. I think it was the victim's job to look after it. Alright then. Small opening, okay. There's a small opening here. Might be able to get in this way, but I'm not sure. I'll come back later. The door is jammed. Can't get in. What a pain. Okay. He's got nothing for me to say. No clues here. Big die. Hello? Excuse me, miss. Do you work here? I'm pretty sure I do. The name's Mandy. Mandy, Farrier? Is it Fair? I'm gonna say Farrier, and I'm just gonna let someone correct me for like the next 2 years when this gets uploaded. And I'm in charge of running this game stall. You seem a bit young to be working a place like this, don't you think? You see a bit young to be a private detective. Oh, you forgot a word there. Oh, are detectives only allowed to wear a hat when they reach a certain age? I'm older than I look, I'll have you know. Anyway, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? I'm conducting an investigation to find out about last night's murder. Of course you are. Why else would you show up, unless you're after some candy floss? Did you know it's actually bad for you? My powers of deduction do stretch that far, thanks. I'm not sure what to tell you. Worked here for a little while, got a job through my uncle. The job is helping me pay for college, but it's a lot of fun too. Get to hand out toys to kids, who doesn't want that? Wonder if her uncle is here at the fairground. Okay. Anything I can interact with? Old toys. These toys look really cheap. Maybe I should ask Mandy about them. Books. Wonder why there's so many books. I'll try asking Mandy that, suppose. Okay, nothing else that gives me a prompt. Okay, looks like there's some stuff missing there. Could you tell me what you were doing last night? How can I forget? Really, I was here late. Like I normally am, just kicking about. Eventually I hear shouts coming from the Hall of Mirrors, and then Jerry, oh that's the cleaner, he comes running over and starts telling me what's happened. I helped him call the police. After they showed up, we were allowed to go home. So, you were one of the last people here last night. Seems that way, but I was here at my stall the whole time. I had things to do, you know? Wonder why Mandy stays late every night. Think I should have a look around before I press her about it. You know, I'm just now realizing, if this place is sealed off as a crime scene, why is everyone just kind of standing around like they're doing their job right now? Like, there's no customers. There can't be. Can't be certain. I don't think it's possible to win that ring toss game. I'm not going to try my luck anyway. Oh. Okay. There's some dialogue if some stuff doesn't have a specific, like, little line of text at the top, but let me see here. Fairground. Do you get on with the other staff here at the fairground? Oh yeah, the guys often argue amongst themselves, but I stay out of it. Charles, the clown, is a pretty hard guy to get on with, but he's got a good heart. Can't say I had a particular dislike for anyone except, well, Jerry does get on my nerves, but he's sweet, I guess. I got on well with Hugh, although no one could deny he was pretty useless at his job. The funhouse was always in a terrible state. Sometimes I'd try to help Hugh with repairs, or ideas for improvements, but he'd never get anything done. I always figured the boss would replace him, but now look what's happened. Sounds like Mandy has an interest in the funhouse. Okay. Toys. Don't want to sound rude, but these toys look pretty cheap. Never seen these characters anywhere before. What? You've never heard of Turquoise Bunny and his friend? Ruby Rabbit? What about everyone's favorite? The King of Scare Felix. Or Jimmy, the Striped Horse. He's quite a new one, actually. Okay. Can't be certain. Oh, I meant to click on her. Looks like that's it for now. Profiles. There's still more characters to meet. Let's see. Have I found any... Okay, old toys, books. Oh. Is that going to help me out? Doesn't look promising. I guess I showed it to him. That's how it works. Alright, good to know, good to know. Present option, like an Ace Attorney. Move left. Okay, I guess I want to move left, then I want to move right. Hey, what's up? It's you again. You need to find your parents and go home, I'm afraid. I can't go just yet. You still need my help. I'm quite capable of carrying out this investigation without you, thanks. Although that map is really useful. Man, I'm trying really hard not to, like, cough, because my throat's still a bit sore, but, like, every character's, like, voice lines in this game is just them clearing their throat. Really, have you managed to get into the funhouse yet? There's a small opening to the left of the main door. You can go through there. It'll lead into a small office where you used to work. Thanks, I guess. How do you... She's gone. What a weird kid. Guess I'll try getting through the opening after I've checked out the scene of the crime. Alright. Hoop game stall. Let's see here. Green marker. What's this green marker pen doing here? Can't help but feeling it's out of place. There's considerable space behind that table. Looks like there's no one there at the moment. This place is a mess. There's no one here minding the stall. Window? You clearly see the Hall of Mirrors through that grubby little window. Right again. Hey there, kiddo. What's your name? It's Grimoire. Detective Grimoire. And I'm no kid, thank you very much. It sounds like somebody needs some candy floss. Did you lose your hat? I do not need any candy floss, and I did not lose my hat. This game is really trying to push the hat joke very badly. Now, if you don't mind, I need to ask you about last night's murder. Oh. Hey, man, no need to shout. Oh, man, I wasn't expecting to see someone like that under there. That I did not expect. Can that guy really be a kid's entertainer? Yeah, so I'm the entertainer here. Entertain the kids and stuff. That's great. Ricky Warrior, is it? Yeah, that's it. What do you want, then? Well, I'm not very entertained, that's for sure. Okay. I like the little groove he does. Last night. Right. I need to know everything you saw last night, in as much detail as you can manage, please. Yeah. I was here all evening. Nothing happened. You have to remember something. Think. Hope he does, or I'll be a little stuck. Well, I guess there was one thing. Excellent. Please go on. I went home pretty late. On my way past here, I saw Hugh. Outside the Hall of Mirrors. Hugh? Yeah, he was heading inside, actually. Mumbling something about leaving the light on. The light. Was it on last night? Yeah, I don't know why, though. Maybe that's why Hugh was going in, to switch it off. Did you notice anything else? I didn't see anything. Not even, well, you see that oil by the door to the Hall of Mirrors? That wasn't there when Hugh went in last night. I see. Well, that's very helpful. Thanks, Ricky. Wait, there's one more thing. As I was walking away, I heard a loud squeaking noise. I guess it was probably the Hall of Mirrors door. Wow. It turned out to be useful after all. What? I mean, thanks again. So, Hugh went into the Hall of Mirrors to turn off the light. The oil wasn't on the ground when he went in. And the door let out a screech when he opened it. What does all that mean? Oh, I need a drink. All this talking. I mean, I knew there was going to be a lot of talking. Who am I kidding? I can clearly see the Hall of Mirrors light shining through the single window. Okay. This place has officially given me the creeps. A clown's red nose. What's it doing here on the ground? Oil. Some oil's been spilt right by the door. Alright, got some fine clues here. Can you tell me anything else about the fairground? I, can't think of anything. We're all one big happy family. Yeah, that's right. Is that so? Yeah, well, a few people thought Hugh was a waste of space, but he kinda was, like, the funhouse is a tip. It's not really safe. I remember Farrier always said she could do a better job of running it. Okay. Other staff. So you're sure you got on with everyone here at the fairground? Yeah, I just kind of keep to myself, actually. Man, everybody in this, all the voices talking either, or coughing. Jeez. Weird choice for, voice clips, but alright. I'm not thoroughly convinced. If I actually end up coughing, it's just me doing an impression of the characters, don't worry, chat. Let's go inside. Alright. Marks on the ground. There's some black marks on the ground. Looks like someone tried to wipe something away. There's a large blood stain on the floor. Understandable, really. The mirror has been broken down one side. The door into the hall is not visible, and the now shattered reflection. Okay. You know, again, I have to question, why is this guy standing around here, doing his thing, like, wearing his Five Nights at Freddy's costume, when nobody is allowed to be around, wandering around the park right now. Like, Grimoire even sees the little girl, and he's just like, what are you doing here? And everyone's just, like, standing around like they're waiting for customers. It's so weird. There's some shards of glass on the floor. There don't seem to be very many. Okay. Mirror's been broken down. This is the scene of the crime, alright. Anything else? I wonder if there's anything else I can pick up while I'm in here. Alright, check that. How about we move again? Who are you? Talk to Pete. Oh, why, hello there, young man. Can I help you with something? As a matter of fact, you can. I assume you know all about the murder last night. Oh, I'm afraid I do, Sonny. Such a terrible loss. One can barely comprehend it. Well, one is gonna have to try. You're the mechanic, right? Peter Nubhat, at your service. I believe you've met my niece, Mandy. Your niece? Oh, yes, I have. Glad to hear it. I hope she was polite to you. Ho 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 ho. So this is Mandy's uncle, the mechanic. Wonder what I can learn from him. How many characters have I met? Okay. There's 4. I'll check over those when I've seen everyone last night. If you don't mind me asking, where were you last night? Well, let's see about that. For most of the evening, I was fixing the back of the funhouse, as always. Ho ho. But I remember leaving relatively early. Thinking upon it now, I'm quite glad that I did. Did you see or hear anything suspicious last night? Anything at all? Well, I did catch a glimpse of young Ricky and Charles arguing, right over there by the Hall of Mirrors. The entertainer and the clown. Ricky and Charles were arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. What about? I'm not normally one for eavesdropping, of course, but I think it was something to do with being popular. And something about a red nose. Can't remember much else. Maybe you should ask them. Should definitely go back and ask Ricky and Charles about that. Might be important. Alright then. Outside of Hall of Mirrors, talk to Pete still. Fairground. Have you worked here long? Oh yes, a very long time. I've seen many staff members come and go, but Gary normally knows how to run things. Gary? Who's that? Gary Coyles, our boss. You'll probably find him in his office. Yeah, he's usually capable of making the right decisions. But not always. Aha, is anyone? Does he want me to answer? Oh good, he looked away. I'm no good at rhetorical questions. Okay, staff relations. How well do you get on with the rest of the staff? As well as could be expected, apart from... Well, I've been known to argue with Charles on a couple occasions. But most of the people here are guilty of that. He's so difficult sometimes. Sounds like Pete doesn't have much love for Charles the clown. Okay, the profiles are updating here. Let me just start reading them. Charles Ringer, the clown, outside the funhouse. Charles is the police's main suspect in this crime, since he did not get on well with the victim, Hugh Everton. Charles doesn't get on with Ricky War, the entertainer, either. Charles and Ricky were seen arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors the evening before the murder. Mandy Farrier, Mandy's game stall. The game stall clerk. Mandy was one of the last people left at the fairground last night. She helped Jerry Spears, the cleaner, call the police. Mandy's uncle is Pete Nubhat, the mechanic, expresses interest in running the funhouse. Ricky War, Hall of Mirrors, entertainer. Seen arguing with Charles outside the Hall of Mirrors. Saw Hugh going into the Hall of Mirrors on the night of the murder. Remembers that the door emitted a loud creak upon being opened. Pete Nubhat. Doesn't like Charles. That's Pete, and he doesn't like Charles. So, you like the way things are run around here? Most of the time, yes, I could say that. I'm not the only one to think that the funhouse has seen better days. Hugh never really enjoyed his job, I don't think. Hugh let the funhouse fall into a state of disarray. Yes, I'm afraid so. My niece Mandy often complains of it to me. I tell her not to cause trouble, but I know she could do a better job any day. So Pete knows of his niece's desire to run the funhouse. Okay, big wheel. There aren't many clues here. It doesn't seem like the rest of this park is in good condition either, Pete. There aren't many clues here. Nothing else right now. Okay, before I start showing people stuff... Oh. Are you... Jerry Spears? The police tell me you were the one to discover the murder last night. You got it. That was pretty scary stuff, I tell you. I can imagine. You're the cleaner here at the fairground, am I correct? I prefer the term refuge engineer, actually. Oh, I'm sure. Sorry. You look quite young to be working here. Too young to be working at a fun fair? Most of the guys here are too old. That's what I say. Ha, yeah, I'm the youngest person here. But being young has its perks, you know? Cleaner or not, I have a feeling this guy is gonna have some important information on him. Okay, then. Obviously, I'll need you to recount the events of last night. You're an important witness. Don't worry, man. I've been going over this in my head since last night. I haven't forgotten a single detail. I'll bet. I stayed pretty late. I was cleaning up around here all evening. Eventually, I went round the whole fairground to give it a final clean. That's when I went into the Hall of Mirrors and found Hugh. You weren't the last person here, though, right? That's right. Mandy was still here working away, so I ran to find her. We called the police, and as soon as they arrived, after we gave our statements, we were allowed to leave. And that's it. Yeah. Why, did I forget something? Okay. Jerry Spears. Jerry was one of the last people left at the fairground last night. He was cleaning the food court all evening. He discovered Hugh's body while going through the fairground for a final clean. He's the youngest member of the staff, only at 17. Okay. So you normally stay around the food court? Naturally. This is the area that needs the most cleaning. Did you notice anything else yesterday? Seems like you got a pretty good view from here. A good view? You bet. I did notice a couple of things. I got here real early, you see, before the boss. I saw Pete coming from the direction of the office in the morning. He put something in that bin there. And then went into the toilet cubicle. Is that right? I bet he probably scribbled some stupid message on the wall in there. People are always using it as a message board. Honestly, it's just extra work for me, you know? Sounds like I need to check out that bin. And the toilet. Okay. The fun fair is so run down. How has it not been shut down by health inspectors? Huh, I get that a lot. Why haven't they employed a cleaner? Why have they even employed a cleaner, you're thinking? Apparently, the abandoned look is very popular with the kids these days. Oh, seriously? That's their excuse? Good luck trying that nowadays. We create everything to look old and rusted and dirty, but in fact, it's all incredibly clean. I don't believe you for a second. The table behind me is only a couple days old. Hold on. How do you tell when things really do get dirty? I guess I have no idea. Makes my job easier, don't you think? More time to take in the sights. The sights. What do you mean by the sights? Oh, well, trees and birds and whatnot, stuff like that, right? Haven't noticed a single tree or bird since I've been here. Think Jerry's hiding something. I love this part. Get the truth. Oh, okay. When a character is hiding something, you must perform an eye contact interrogation. To get the truth out of them, you control Grimoire's eye movements with your mouse. Hold your cursor to the left of his face to look away from the suspect. As soon as they begin lying, you should be able to tell. There will be a white flash. Move your cursor to the right to look them in the eye. If you get it right, they will break down and tell you the truth. Now move your mouse over the back button and click Start Eye Contact. Oh, that's weird. Why is it you love to stare at all day? I just sort of go into my own little world. I'm only a kid, that's what we do. Think it's something a little more specific than that. Like what? That, for instance. Like Mandy Farrier. That was a very awkward mechanic. But, alright. Oh, sure, I'll take it. What, why her? What's so special about, okay, I can't. I give in. I can't help myself. She's so perfect. Can you blame me? You stay in the food court so you can stare at Mandy all day. Don't you think that's a little creepy? I'll bet I'm the least creepy person you've spoken to at the fairground. Well, you know what? He's not wrong. Don't judge me so harshly. Oh, don't worry, kid. I won't say anything. Still, maybe you should get a hobby or something. Don't worry, kid. I feel so old. Anyway, Jerry, creepy as he is, wasn't lying about that. I guess he's only young. I wonder what Mandy thinks of him. Huh. Alright, then. Oh, I proved him innocent. He said he was looking at the girl, and we absolutely do not doubt that whatsoever. No other possible explanation. Anyways, check the bin. Oh, okay. Let's just rummage through the trash, literally. That's a neat touch. Hang on a second. Found a pair of blue wire cutters in the bin. Well, looks like I got most of the clues. That's pretty good. Alright then, pal. Move to the toilets. There's an argument written on the wall about clowns. It seems to have been written by 2 different people. Okay. An argument written on the wall. It seems to have been written... Okay, so they're arguing... What does it say? Clowns rule. Give it up. Okay. Very mature, you guys. Oops, no. Yeah, I'm in a toilet cubicle. My glamorous, high-profile detective life is going smoothly. Okay, then. Drawing. There's a drawing depicting Hugh getting hit by lightning. It has been drawn in green pen. That says it's Hugh? Hang on, I can't see. Let me lean in there. Oh, it does. Yeah, that's cool workplace behavior. So that's what the green pen was for. Someone drew a picture of that in the green pen. They appear to have some sort of chili dish on special. Hang on a second. Jeremy's the youngest member of the staff. Discovered, let's see. He likes to stare across the fairground because he has a clear view of Mandy. Ugh. Oh, hello. How did you get in here? This is a staff-only area. Well, just sort of knocked, and you opened the door for me. Do you not remember? Ah, yes, I remember now. You're the local inspector, come to sort out this mess, yes? I prefer a detective, actually, and yes, that's right. My mistake. I was led to believe detectives wore hats. That's all. I don't like this guy already. Ho ho ho, they're bringing that joke back again. I'm sure they're gonna do it another time as well. I'm Gary Coyles. I run this fairground. Probably not for much longer with the way things are going. Murder. In my very own grounds. I can imagine it must be difficult times, but that's where I come in, you see. Wondering how helpful this guy is gonna really be. Still, it's my job to try. Okay, then, last night. Would you mind explaining to me what you were doing late yesterday evening? Yesterday? Why, oh, yes, the murder. I'd forgotten. Okay. I remember myself being annoyed yesterday. Quite dehydrated, yes. I remember coming in shortly before lunch and putting the various costumes into the wardrobe like usual. So Coyles brings in the costumes himself, and he arrived shortly before lunch. Anyway, it was quite hot out, you see. My office gets awfully stuffy in the sun, and I couldn't find any way to cool down. That's, well, all important, I suppose. But when did you leave in the evening? I always stay later than everyone else, and go over the fairground for a final check before I leave. Well, I normally do. I think I did last night. I don't see why I wouldn't. There was nothing special going on. Sounds like Coyles is unsure when he left last night. Maybe there's a clue in here that can help me sort the truth out. Fairground. Have you been the manager of the fairground for long? As long as I can remember, to be honest. So, about 5 minutes then. I take great pride in ensuring a safe environment for all my staff and all my public. Some of the staff had been urging me to get rid of Hugh for a while. Did you know he was nearly completely deaf? I didn't actually. Who was trying to get rid of Hugh, though? Well, neither Charles nor Pete particularly loved him. He caused more problems than he solved, that's for sure. Doesn't sound like Hugh was very popular around here, but who was it that finally decided to get rid of him? I noticed your office was in a bit of a mess. Doesn't particularly surprise me, but there's no harm in asking, right? Yes, well, I can assure you I keep this office perfectly tidy under normal circumstances. I haven't really had the time to clear up, or does he mean clean up, recently? So the mess is your fault. Well, who else would it be? There is one odd thing, though. My favorite green pen has gone missing from the pot on the desk. Probably got lost in the mess somewhere, but I noticed it disappeared from my room quite suddenly yesterday. After I came back from lunch, I think. So, was someone in here during the time Coils went to lunch? Well, I think I know what to show him in a second, but, first... You told me you couldn't find a way to cool down yesterday. What about the water cooler over there? You're quite right, of course. The water cooler you referred to was in fact broken when I came into work yesterday. Not knowing much about these things myself, I called in Pete, our mechanic, to fix it. I think that was around lunchtime. I left him to get on with it as I went to lunch. You left him in here alone. Did he fix it? Come to think of it, he didn't. I really should press him on that. Didn't see him again that day, actually. Pete was in here alone while Coils went to lunch. This office is a real mess. Wonder why. Should ask Mr. Coils. There's a wardrobe here that holds costumes for use in the fairground. The wire providing power has been cut. Oh. Wire cutters? But first, what else can I find? There's no green pen in the set of pens. Looks like it's been knocked over. Calendar on the wall says get home early on last night's entry. Maybe I should ask Coils about this. Okay. Clues? Hey, that's my pen. It went missing last night. Should be with the others on the desk. Hold on, it's nearly run out. Someone's been using it. Okay. Does it update it? It's nearly used up. Okay, what about, the calendar? It's like I said. I normally stay late and give the fairground a final check before I go home. But this calendar is clearly reminding you to go home early last night. Did you, or did you not leave early last night? You know, a bit of both. Coils is definitely hiding something from me. Time to get the truth. Are we gonna do that thing? Okay. You told me you normally give the fairground a final check. I think something was luring you away from the fairground early last night. I don't know. I've been very good at timekeeping. As far as I can remember, I didn't leave early. Aha! That's such a weird thing. I mean, nothing except maybe, well, spill it. Okay, I'll admit, I rushed home early last night to watch The Star Explorer all-night marathon on Channel 18. I'm sorry. You... what? I was wrong, I know. I just couldn't let a viewing opportunity like that pass me by. My fellow explorers would laugh at me. Well, I suppose you've, learnt your lesson. This guy's a little weird, but he's not lying about this, not for a second. Alright then, so is he... okay, he's also innocent. We're just gonna completely buy him at his word, because there can be no other explanation. That's how it works, right? Hang on a second. What else can I show him? This drawing was in green pen. I really haven't got a moment spare to help you with that, sorry. Okay, I guess he's with wire cutters. Okay, he doesn't care. The wire's been cut here, though. You're telling me it's not broken. It's been sabotaged. This is an outrage. Water coolers just aren't safe anymore. I'm glad I'm not a water cooler. Alright then, pal. You're innocent as well, I guess, so the game's logic. Hang on a second. Wire cutters. I don't think I've ever seen those before. They're a little dirty. Where'd you find them? In the bin, actually, by the food court. Well, I suppose that explains why they're dirty. Doesn't take a genius to see that Pete is avoiding the obvious here. Get the truth. These wire cutters, I'm convinced they came from your tool belt. What do you think? Well, they could have fallen off any tool belt. Whew. They are exactly the same as all the tools on your belt. There's even one space empty. Oh, well, I suppose you're right. Ha. They must have fallen off my belt when I was having lunch, and someone found them and put them in the bin. I'm not convinced at all. Still, seems like that's all he's gonna say on the subject. Okay. Jerry said he saw him put them in the bin. Red nose? You're telling me this red nose was found outside the scene of the crime? Gosh. This is really bad news for Charles. I assume he has his reasons. Maybe you should show it to him. What about the other characters? There's this guy. Argument with Charles. Pete told me he saw you and Charles arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. Can you explain yourself? I don't see what I don't really argue much. Ricky's holding back. I should push him. Alright, let's do this again. You, a suspect, were seen arguing outside the scene of the crime with Charles, another suspect, in the evening of the murder. You're gonna have to tell me what's what. That's not an answer. I don't see what, there we go. You're lying. I'm certain you don't get on with Charles at all. Hey man, no need to shout. Like I said, tell me the truth then. Right, well, I don't get on with Charles. We do argue, it's always the same. Kids make fun of him and so on. He gets annoyed, tries to take it out on me. Nothing ever comes of it, nothing. Well, I suppose that clears that up. I'm beginning to think that this argument was a red herring. Someone is trying to distract me. Okay. Wonder what it's doing on the ground. No one's there. Your uncle. I spoke to your uncle, Peter Nubhat. You could have told me that the mechanic was your uncle. Did I not mention that? I don't really think anything of it. I guess Uncle Pete's a good guy. He works hard. Sometimes a little too hard, I think. Okay, nothing here. Can I show her anything? I'm gonna have to show her something, because, hang on, who's innocent here? These two, suspect. Oh, okay, Ricky's also innocent? I guess because I did the truth thing. That proves or disproves? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I got something here. Oil? Haven't got a clue. Hey, it's kind of funny what I said, don't you think? Am I allowed to say no? Marks on floor. Haven't got a clue. Old toys. What? You've never heard? Yeah, it's the same line. Broken shards, calendar, pen pot, cut wire, argument. I think I need more clues to show her. Can't think of anything. There's the clown. Pete told me that he saw you and Ricky arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. It sounds like a serious matter. Would you mind telling me what it's all about? Ugh. Ricky and I are always arguing. It's no big deal, really. He's just the argumentative type. You're better off grilling him about this. Maybe I should ask Ricky about this. Nose. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. I'm not so sure about that. This red nose was found outside the crime scene. There's only one guy around here with a red nose, and it's not Rudolph, if you catch my drift. That's so lame. Oh, so it's a red nose, but I've no idea how it got there, honestly. I'm almost certain Charles is holding something back, but why? Get the truth. This red nose was found outside the crime scene. Could you tell me why it was lying on the ground? You're getting on my nerves, you know. Putting stuff in my face like that. There we go. Alright, I'll tell you why it was on the ground. See, if you want someone to tell the truth, you just gotta look at them. Oopsie. Move the thing around right quick. Doesn't matter. Tell you what. Alright, I'll tell you why it was on the ground, if you really must know. Success. It didn't fall off my face. In fact, it was pulled off yesterday by some of the kids that came to the fairground. They were making fun of me, and I was just trying to keep my cool. Are you happy now? That's not the sort of thing you'd happily make up. I think I can believe Charles on this. So is he just... he's innocent? Okay. All that's left is these two. Let's see. Can I go in here, Yao? Okay, just drag this stuff away. Get in here. It was a tight squeeze, but I got through. Hope there's something worthwhile in here. The mirror. Let's see. What do we got here? Hello. Whoa, this has to be the murder weapon. What's this? A brightly colored... rag right tied around the glass shard. 2 clues at once. Hang on a second. Is that... oh, it is, isn't it? It's the thing from Charles's, trousers. Murder weapon. Let's see. Shard of broken glass that has blood on the end. And, okay. Oh, I'm missing only one more clue. Nice. This place is just as run down as everywhere else. Hang on. File binder. Oh, okay. Shift through them. Anything useful here? I don't think so. Alright, maybe it was something on the other side. I actually gotta sort through the files, that's kinda cool. Oopsie. Let's see, come on. Anything? Really? Oh, hello. Victim's to-do list. It's been added to with a green pen. Alright. Victim's to-do list. It's been added with a green pen in different handwriting. Next to the third point where it says Fix Funhouse, the green note says, yeah, right. Okay, so somebody took Coils' pen, used it to make that drawing, and also used it to write something like that there. Oh, gee, I wonder who it is at this point. This place is just as run down. Let's see. This is just run down. Someone tried to hide the weapon there. We found it. I think that might be it. Possible to see the Hall of Mirrors window through the window here. I can see that the lights are on. Okay. Possible to see the Hall of Mirrors window. Okay, door is jammed. Can't get in this way. Now, it seems like I have to show the last of the clues to all these guys. Let's see here. To-do list. That green writing isn't Hugh's handwriting. Looks familiar, though. Wonder why Mandy has seen that other handwriting before. I wonder why indeed. Is that the murder weapon? Ouch. I hope this place doesn't become a haunting ground now that there's been a murder. Poor Huey. Did she just call the victim Huey? I must be imagining things. Nothing else to say. I haven't got a clue. Ah, that's kind of funny. Okay, same thing. Hang on, I should probably show that other thing to Charles. Let me do that right quick. Let's see. It's a piece of cloth ripped from your clown costume, that's what. Why do you have it? It was found wrapped around the murder weapon, I'm afraid. Looks like your luck has just run out. No, Mr. Grimoire, don't you remember? We found out that he had an argument that has absolutely nothing to do with anything, so that clearly proves he's innocent. Because you wrote it down in your notebook, it must be true. Wait, I can explain. I get my costume from the wardrobe in the boss's office. Oh, I know who was in the boss's office earlier. He brings in the costumes when he comes into work and places them in the wardrobe. I arrived at the fairground just after lunch. I went in to get my costume and found it had a hole in it. Besides, look at this. It's not really like me to damage my own clothes. It's covered in some black stuff. I suppose it would be pretty stupid to wrap the murder weapon in your own clothes. Why don't you go and talk to the boss, Mr. Coils? He's normally in his office, just over the corner of the fairground. I have all the clues, though. I think I'm just supposed to show something to her. I haven't got a clue. Something about the funhouse, oops. Go back there. Green pen. That pen was lying there when I got here this morning. It's not normally there. Is it important? Okay. Books. Oh, they're just for when I get bored. You know, it can be pretty quiet around here. There's an awful lot of them. Are you sure they're just for light reading? Yeah, I mean, why else would I need them? Didn't I already ask her about this? I thought I did. Not sure about this, but I can't help thinking those books have something to do with what Mandy was doing last night. Get the truth. Can you tell me why those books are all over your desk? What are you up to? Can't a girl have a hobby? I don't see why you're getting so worked up. Okay, you win. I'll tell you what I'm up to. Since you seem so eager to know, I'm studying for my exams, and these are all my revision books. I need to bring them to the fairground because it's the only chance I get to go over them. Is that why you stayed late last night? That's right. I stay late most nights and use the time alone to get some work done. My exams are in 2 weeks and I'm totally unprepared. That makes sense. Why did you keep it from me, though? Not sure. I suppose I was worried you think I was weird, bringing my revision books to work or something. Don't worry, I don't think you're weird. Now I'm the one who's been caught lying. Either way, I'm pretty sure this clears up Mandy's alibi. What are you talking about, dude? You actually do think she's weird for that? What's your problem, man? This clears up Mandy's alibi? How does it? I think I can believe her about this. Alright then, clues. Profiles. Innocent, 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 innocent. And he's still a suspect, so clearly he did it. Hugh Everton. We don't know what he looks like. Alright then. I should probably make a save. Save game. Back. Let's go to the other dude. Let's see. Car park. Hey, looks like you got your suspect. You ready to give your final conclusion? Yes. Let's do it. Who was the murderer? Was it me? That's you, Grimoire. You're not admitting to murder, are you? Can I just do that? This might be funny. Don't even think about it. Charles the Clown, Mandy, Ricky, Gary Coyles, Jerry, and Pete. What was the murder weapon? Grimoire. Oh, no, it's texting. The first thing Pete did was cut the wire to Coyle's water cooler. He left his wire cutters in the bin outside. His first mistake. But why did Pete cut the wire from the water cooler? Because he hated his boss, he needed to test out the new cutters, so he would be called in to fix it. Got it. Coyles then arrives, bringing with him the costumes for the day. He notices that the water cooler is broken and calls in Pete to fix it during lunch. Pete goes into the office, takes the green pen from the desk, and rips a section off of Charles' costume. He eventually uses the pen to draw a picture. Pete drew a picture with the stolen green marker where? In the toilet cubicle. Got it. By this time, Charles has arrived. He goes into the office and takes his ripped clown costume from the cupboard. Later, Pete visits the Hall of Mirrors to smash the mirror. He takes the largest shard that falls and wraps it up in Charles' cloth. Why did he do that? So he wouldn't lose it? To frame Charles. There we go. Before leaving, he leaves on the main light. He then hides in the empty game stall, where he accidentally leaves behind his green marker. Hugh sees the Hall of Mirrors light through the window in his office. As soon as he goes to turn the light off, the door lets out a loud squeak. How did the oil end up? It had been there because Pete oiled the door before going in. Let's see. Got it. Pete follows, but as not to attract any unwanted attention, he hastily oils the door to silence it before entering, causing a spillage by the door. Hugh has been distracted by the broken mirror, but cannot see behind him, for the mirror is cracked down the side that would normally reflect the door. Where did the black smears come from? Pete left it there as wiped up more oil to create the smears. Pete stabs Hugh in the back with the glass shard. On his way out, he notices he has spilt more oil on the floor. He hastily wipes it up with the rag. Before making his exit, Pete hides the murder weapon, along with the oily rag behind a frame in Hugh's very own office. Alright, Grimoire, what was Pete's motive for the murder? He wanted to frame Charles. He hated having to fix the funhouse. He wanted Mandy to run the Funhouse? Or is it all of the above? No! I did it. Oh, that's literally it? It literally just ends like that. Alright, just for fun, I want to see what happens if I just hit me. That can't be right. Did you miss something? Oh, it doesn't care. Okay, they don't care. They're clearly just showing who it is. Okay, then. Well, that was Detective Grimoire. Kind of ends abruptly, but, you know, that's fine. Anyways, this was a fun little tiny thing to go back to. I hope you all managed to enjoy it. It's mostly just me reading all the dialogue. There was a lot of dialogue, but it's fun to do nice little things every now and then. Get some more fun little one-offs done. But anyways, that's gonna go ahead and be it. Hope you all enjoyed, and, bye-bye.